Last time in the attic.
He has got so much stuff.
That's almost the problem. I think the value in this is just the fact that it's probably one of the biggest layouts I've ever seen in my life.
So that sounds like it's wanting to go. No way! I think I might cry. That is mad.
If you haven't seen that first episode, make sure you go check it out.
We actually got it going, something I never thought would happen. We experienced it and we wanted more.
But this is where the work starts. You're on episode 2. I'm going to tell you more about what we found.
Over the course of this video, we're going to clean up the attic. We're going to find out what's good, what's bad, and what we can get rid of. There is absolutely mammoth amounts of treasures, but also a load of rubbish. So we're going to get Big Al in to give us a hand to find out if we've got any treasures here and here that we can't get rid of, to try and help clear up this iconic space and reveal our incredible model railway. No, it's not.
No, honestly, not at all.
It is.
It is, honestly, on Baby Blue.
I mean, it's amazing how he had that.
Yeah.
It's even got me on the front of it. Do you reckon? Yeah, he glued a guy on the front. That's mad. Literally, it is Baby Blue. First person to get involved is obviously Big Al because, well, one, you're free as a bird.
Well,
you're not actually.
It's like I've never been away.
Exactly. But we've got a big project on our hands. Yes. We really want to get this thing cleared up. And what my worry is that I end up chucking stuff away.
Oh, you don't want to be doing that.
That we're going to need, or actually just for nostalgic, you know, we don't want to chuck away stuff that my grandfather...
It's where your grandfather spent a hell of a lot of time, and you want to preserve as much of his time and effort into it, as well as the actual train pieces, you know, his little workbenches and his collections of all the bits and pieces and the spares. It's all part of it, and what makes it look fantastic. It took your grandfather 60 years, so it won't take us 60 years to clean it up, but we just need to start somewhere.
Are you on hands and knees, Al?
Yeah, it takes me back to my previous life as a child chimney sweep, actually.
Do you reckon we just leave all the trains under there?
They're all safe, they're all there. Let's just concentrate on, like...
I mean, there is loads and loads of them.
There is literally hundreds. We want to concentrate on the light stuff, all the bits of paper and the bits of cardboard that are obviously not train boxes.
And so, it begins.
Get rid of all this. Oh, these are the background scenes.
All the scenes, yes.
We can add these, so we'll finish Grandpa's work.
Mid to late 20th century, chuck it in the skip.
So under here, Al, what are we going to do with all this?
With what we got. Okay, well, as I said earlier, I don't know much about trains, but I do know they're generally worth more if they're in the boxes.
Trees?
More trees, more trunks.
This is my grandfather's old...
squash racket. He was good at squash,
Squash or rackets. There's a lot of trees to go through. An old Hoover.
Oh, wow. Thanks, James. What am I going to do with the fairground? Quite nice, really. It's got a man selling ice creams on the corner and hot dogs. Oh, finally, a shelf with nothing underneath it. I always like a challenge. It's like a treasure hunt. It's possibly the old hunter-gatherer in me, because you never know what you might find. In these days of reuse and recycle, it's really great to have a look for bits and pieces and see what we can find and reuse.
I mean, there is more train. Look, there's like loads of them. I mean, it's absolutely humongous. I mean, it's overwhelmingly big, but I think we've got to start somewhere. And like anything, it's so much easier to understand what you've got when you've organised everything. When you've got all the trains in one place, you've got your carts from your locos. I'm starting to get all the loco. And really just understanding what we've got here, because there's no point bringing experts in to work on something they don't really know what's good and what's bad. So I'm hoping that we can just, over the course of the next however long, we can just clean this place up. I just think we owe it to Grandpa to kind of get this thing going again and give it love, because he spent 60 years loving this and spending time, and I would hate for it to just wilter and create dust and not be used. So I think I owe it to him to get going. Guys, you're going to come along with us as we dive deep into this cleanup, and we'll see how long it takes, and we'll see what we find. Today's the day we're starting the clear out, and both Big Al and myself were working out where do we actually start. So we thought the only way to start is by just getting stuck in and doing an hour on the job. We've got Tom Simmons here.
How's it going?
Who worked alongside me at GCN, and now he's going to take the camera, and he's also going to get stuck in as well, aren't you, Tom?
I am indeed.
Right, we're going to get stuck in.
I think one of these each, James.
And what a big black bag.
You need a black bin bag.
We have been told that we can't throw away anything of value.
If it's rubbish cardboard, bit of polystyrene, plastic bags, and obviously not train related.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a box that's had paint in it, let's get rid.
Get rid.
And then we can see what good stuff you've got afterwards.
Like, where do we put it all? Not long after the cleanup began, one of the old trains suddenly came to life. I like to think it was Grandpa's way of saying thank you.
Don't be late. We're leaving like yesterday.
Well, we've cleared out the first corner of boxes, and we found our first bit of treasure. Couple of interesting things. There's a pile of stained glass leaded window panels there, of which definitely need further investigation and clearing up, because I was under the impression that Chavenage's stained glass windows came from the when they demolished all the monasteries with Henry VIII, so the dissolution of the monasteries. So it would be interesting to see if there's any of that history up in the corner. And the second thing we found is an old steamer trunk, and it's got J.S. Loseley Williams, RFA. I'm sure James could tell us who that is. We're going to drag that out because it doesn't look like it's seen the light of day for quite a while. So a couple of interesting finds. That way. James, you should do the honours. Yes, well done.
These are probably all family members. The boxing team.
The Loseley Williams boxing team? I didn't know you had one of those, James.
Well, mate. What the hell? I'll have to ask my Aunt Caroline who these are. This is what I love so much about just cleaning up, because you never know what you uncover.
Okay.
Wow.
And that's just a plain, that's a piece like that.
Wow.
Oh, that's quite coloured. It's out of something, isn't it?
Oh, mate, this is incredible.
Okay, pass me that.
Go careful with that
If
one.
you keep it in that plane.
Look at that.
Wow. Hold it up to the light. It's very, very brittle glass. It's very thin.
We're gonna have to be really careful with that, mate.
Absolutely. And I think that's the matching one for that other one.
We're gonna have to put this up somewhere in the renovation.
Absolutely.
That was pretty colourful.
Oh, that's cool. This piece is your best bit. This is a stained glass window of the Invisible Man.
Yeah, the ghost.
Perfect. Yes, it's the Chavenage Ghost. Even if these are not used as windows, James, they can get framed.
Oh, really?
And well, we can frame them up, and then and actually hang them in front of windows, perhaps, or lean them in windows, and you still get the light coming through to them. At least that way they're used.
I mean, I don't know how long they must have been.
They've been there a long time.
They've been there a long time, hey?
And there's enough.
And they're very valuable.
Again, I'm no expert on stained glass, but we can speak to somebody who is, perhaps, and they can tell us a little bit more about it. So
and where we put it.
Another little continuing hunt and see what we can
This is what makes this so interesting, is that I never knew.
This is why I wanted to help you with the train set, because I knew we were going to find some other interesting bits and pieces.
And this is literally, we've only done, what, a metre corner?
Yeah.
And we're already finding incredible
all
artifacts.
good stuff. So
there's a lot. It's almost overwhelming.
hopefully we got a cleaning genie that would come and help us along. Seems to be some old plans of some description.
Have a look at that. Oh wow.
Williams Estate, Manchester, it says. Basement.
So that's definitely not here.
It's over 1814.
Yeah. It's
Market Street and Newmarket Lane. Cellar.
That's, well, it's the plan of the basement, so there's obviously be interesting to see if we can find any more.
Let's find out where that is.
Yes. Keep that to one side.
Keep that to one side.
There we go. Put that on top of the stained glass. Oh, it's people and cows. Cows and people. That's people. More cows.
So we've started on this corner. We've managed to find stained glass windows, old boxes of nails, and we found a lot of boxes of trains, and I think that's where the value is going to be. So we're going to stack them all in one room. I mean, we must have gone through about 800 boxes already.
Absolutely, and then that's just an indication. If there's 100 boxes, then there's obviously 100 trains out on the tracks waiting to whiz round.
Lots more to uncover, and
Yes.
we're going to carry on with the journey, and don't worry, you're coming along with us. It's day 2 of clearing up the attic, and in order to get all this stuff out of my grandfather's old workshop, I've decided to be innovative and use the telehandler on top of the house so I don't have to drag all that stuff through the house. So I've been up to the yard and I've grabbed the telehandler. But it's absolutely covered in poo. Great. Back in the attic, so the telehandler is in place, and now it's time to clear out this room. Wish me luck, and it's all going out the window. Let's go. Big Al's arrived. I could do with some help.
Bit of muscle.
I'll
See what we can do. I'm going to roll my sleeves up and we'll get on and do.
Good man. Thanks for coming. Boff. I didn't realise there was so much wood in one room. And it's all kind of... I think what happened is Grandpa used to just cut things and leave the offcuts. I don't think he ever cleared out his attic, but hopefully we'll be able to actually clear it out and people will be able to see it properly. How can a little room hold so much wood. How's it going in there, Al?
Not too bad, not too bad. I think we might have uncovered a bit more treasure behind all the old wood. So if you want to get into here and have a look, it's another Leslie Williams box of some description.
That has been hit. How long do you reckon that's been in there?
It's been in there a while. I'm going to have to put my treasure hunter's spectacles on, only so I can see what's in it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That looks like some very, very old trains, mate. Go steady with it. I'm not quite sure what that is, but
look at that.
Yeah, wow. Looks like clockwork of some description.
I think we're gonna have to do some digging on that set.
Do some digging, and there's a coal tender there. Beautiful things. All tin plate, original paint, not been messed about with. That's beautiful. Little bit of a scrub up, James.
Wow.
That'd be great. And all the track to go with it. I would imagine it's got a lens there which is broken, and you perhaps put slides or some description in there.
Oh yeah, it's a projector.
Of sorts, yes. And there's another box. Is that a children's playset mini Arga of some description?
Well done, Al. Good find. Plenty more to find.
Yes. I think we found 4 or 5 old fishing rods with manufacturer's marks on them, engraved in brass on the bottom.
These
they look like
these are the fishing reels.
These are the fishing reels. Again, they're
blooming heavy.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 in there. Again, I'm sure they'll be. That says Hog of Edinburgh, and it's still got the
reel,
the line on it. That's Hog Edinburgh. Wow, that's really heavy. Again, with the clean up, that should have a maker's name on it. They all look pretty similar, actually. You would think, considering the quality of everything else, that Hog of Edinburgh was a good manufacturer. But yeah.
And we go on and we find more. Well, the farmer's just taken the telehandler, so that ends day 2 of the cleanup.
Yes, we'll carry on, and
we're about to uncover more. I just can't wait to find out more what's hidden in this attic, because there's a lot more to uncover and a lot more cleaning up to do. It's going to be a lot of work. Alright, come on.
okay.
Come on, my friends. Here we go.
Health and safety, James. Should we move the box off the stairs? Might be an idea.
It actually looks like we haven't done a huge amount.
It actually looks worse than when we started, I think.
Why is that?
That's what we do.
It does look worse, Al.
However, we've got about half a dozen bin bags of rubbish out, so it's got to be better.
So if you've seen, we've been working pretty hard over the last couple of days trying to clear one room. So the idea is that we're going to clear up this room and then bring all the valuable stuff, so all the trains, all the boxes into here so we can organise it. But first we need all the rubbish out of this room. And we have been, as you've seen, chucking out the window and getting rid. But there are a few bits that Al and I are going to talk you through of what we found, because we found some really impressive stuff. Right, it's about time we show you outside what we've got. Do you think that's exciting?
It's interesting to a lot of people.
Okay, talk us through it. Talk us through your findings.
Well, it's not my favourite thing, but I just thought it was quite interesting. It's like it's a mini Arga. Other other cast iron ranges are available. I think it's something for dolls. I don't think children, I think children played with it with the dolls. And it's got proper little doors. Look how cool's that. Look, they even work. And you've got your little pots and pans. You could have that in the coffee shop. Give it a rub down. Little chimney. You're not impressed, are you?
So does that actually work? Do you like fill it with a burner or something?
I wouldn't have thought allowing your kids to play with burners.
Out of all the things we found, you brought out a freaking play auger.
It's a toy, let's be honest.
Right,
it's nothing more than a toy.
Right, you stay there, Al.
I'll stay here.
Big Al and I have found a map.
That didn't quite work, did it?
Work quite so well. This, my friends, is a map that I have found, or Al found, I think, and it basically shows a few of the other estates. Now, this is dating back to 1876, and back then, the Loseley Estates was made up of other estates dotted around this area. And so we've got Painswick and Sheepscombe, and we've got Rodborough in the Common, we've got Hampton Common, we've got...
Well, Hampton Common is very close to Gatcombe Park, where Princess Anne lives. And this is Sapperton and Rodmartin.
Yeah, so we own that as well.
You own everything, James, really. You own it all. However, there's something even weirder.
Aston Farm.
Yes, well, Aston Farm is now part of Aston Down, where the airfield is, where the gliders take off from.
Yes, of course.
There is something even slightly more bit fun with this poster, isn't there?
Yeah, so we all love a map.
We didn't realise we'd found a map, actually. We thought we'd found a... well, turn it over and show everybody.
I'll show you. We've got Chavenage's point to point. Now, I did do some investigation. My grandfather apparently liked the size of the map and decided to use it as a scoreboard. And so we've got an event that's not dated, but I do think it's quite interesting. So we've got children, so 5, 7, 11 and under, over 11 obstacle relay. This is my grandfather's writing. The wheelbarrow race, the throwing of the welly, golf, football, lawn darts, clay pigeon and tug of war. I do think we're going to have to bring this game back, and interestingly, Chavenage and Beverston. It was Chavenage versus Beverston. So
and who won?
Don't like to tell you.
Chavenage?
No, Beverston.
Didn't, 74.
Oh, 74, yeah.
74.
Thank God.
And only 42 for Beverston.
I think we need to redo this with the current Beverston and Chavenage crew and see how we get on. Grandfather's old point to point.
Could we decide which events we're doing?
No, that grandfather decided that.
How will decide which ones you've got to go?
Like
So we
30
can't
years
practice.
ago.
Oh my word.
Don't worry, you'll be part of our team.
Okay, I'm good at throwing wellies.
We've got a load of these maps, and the plan is to, when the house is renovated, we're going to start putting them up, because I just think it's really cool seeing what Chavenage was a part of back in the day. Here he comes, you can hear him from a mile away. Oh yeah, he's just trying to bring up the whole house. What are you doing now?
It's heavier than I thought.
Oh, I know exactly what you bought.
Oh, ah. Right. So, James, tell me, who is FSLW?
That's Francis Saville Loseley Williams.
Okay, and who was Francis to you? Uncle?
My
great uncle?
Great uncle.
Is it?
I'm sure.
Well, tell him.
Caroline will tell me off in the comments below.
I'm sure we'll find out. And it's got labels on it's got something written on the side here. It's been to Paddington Station, and we've got, I have no clue what it is other than very old train track and carriage.
You love your toys, don't you?
I love my toys. This is big boys' toys though. And you know what they say, bigger the boy, bigger the toy. Look at the size of that beauty.
Terrible joke.
Nice. Should we get it all out?
Well,
Tin toys, what do you reckon?
I think it's cool.
But you're not going to dismiss. We got track.
I mean, that is pretty freaking cool.
That's quite a big one.
And seeing as we are trying to bring back a train set to life.
Something tells me we've got two different, do they call them gauges? Different size tracks? That's a big old thing. See, that's on that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get told off now by people who know more about this than me.
Okay, if anyone knows how old this could be in the comment section below, please get involved because we have no idea how old this could be, but it looks like...
Or even who the maker is.
Or even what kind of size it is.
And that's another one. And in here there's just loads...
You talk the viewers through that and I'll go and find something else.
Okay. Clockwork, not electrical. So if somebody could tell us its origins, we'd be much obliged. And obviously that's the baby brother. I'm not quite sure what that bit is. Definitely worth a clean up. Don't think there's any names on the back. Oh, it lifts up with all the carriages and the seats in there. Looks okay. First class, obviously, with it being the Loseley Williams. And a nice thing. Perhaps wants a gentle cleaning. And James has come out with,
So what we found here is a very, very old projector. Now we're going to do a bit more digging on this, but you can see you've got the lens that's unfortunately broken. I don't think any of this was worth anything. But what I think is really cool, and I don't know what date this is, it hasn't got a date on it. Yeah, it just says WE Opticians, 3 feet, London, but no date.
I think they called them magic lanterns.
Magic lanterns, did you?
They'd put a candle or a little burner on the inside.
Oh,
so
really?
that's the little, so that gives the flame through the lens. And you've also found some of the slides that went with it.
Some of the
and
slides.
The best thing about that one is that that's one of somebody finding some treasure. Pretty much what we've been doing.
Which is pretty much what we've been doing. And I think the whole amazing thing about this process is uncovering things that have been covered up for generations.
No, it's really good.
It's really cool. Like, not only are we kind of bringing back to life the model railway, but we're also uncovering bits of history that have been locked away.
It might not work, but give it a bit of a polish, it'll look good on a shelf somewhere, won't it?
And I've also got another slide of someone taking down someone else, and I feel like there's a story there.
Oh yeah, that looks like me negotiating my next wage rise, James. And
oh, then it holds it in there.
So that goes in there. You slot that in, light the candle, and then that projects up onto a wall, or you roll out a sheet or something like that.
That's so cool.
Or perhaps a big map, unless your grandfather had drawn on the back of it.
That is so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, we have got a lot to uncover. We're going to check back in with Seb a bit later, but we've got a lot of work to do because there's still a lot of cleaning up to do, and I think there's going to be a lot more to find.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I do like a treasure hunt.
Absolutely.
Bring me my baby.
That you can have. Oh, my back. It's hard work. Right.
You know why I brought that out, James?
We're getting back in. We've got a lot more clearing up to do. See you in a bit.
Did have a look on. There's one for sale in France, exactly the same, a little bit blacker and cleaned up, 350 euros.
Really?
Yep.
That's the first thing I'll be putting on eBay. Quick break from clearing up the attic, catching up with Big Al, but he's found some easy reading, I think. What are you reading there, mate?
Hello, James. I was just flicking through this. You didn't tell me you'd written another book.
I haven't.
You have.
What have I written?
Well, Do you remember your first train video? And you made a little promise, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. If that goes, I am going to eat my hat.
Well, I then went to the library and found this other book you'd written. There we go, all for you. 101 hat recipes, being as you're going to eat your hat.
I don't remember writing this.
It was a while ago. Obviously, you were very young by the picture on the back.
Yeah. Right. I better get reading because this hat hasn't been eaten yet.
It needs to be eaten. The thing is, I can't decide whether or not it's going to be sweet or savoury, really. So
No,
perhaps everybody could help us choose.
I've got a sweet tooth, so I have a feeling it's going to be for dessert.
Oh, if you've got a sweet tooth, we should definitely do a savoury. Get
Right.
your back.
While I get reading Eat My Hat, or How to Eat My Hat, we're going to start thinking about getting up to the attic, aren't we?
I think so. We got a lot more clearing up to do.
Yeah, I've got a lot more hats to eat.
You certainly have.
Right, let's go back to the attic.
Okay.